Everyone, it's Lisa. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I hope that you will stick around for a while by clicking that subscribe button and the notification bell, and hopefully you will be notified when I upload future videos, depending on the choice you make in the drop-down menu. So in today's video, I would like to cover a few things, so you might want to get yourself a cup of coffee, some tea, a soda, water, whatever your preference, whatever you like to drink, and just hang out with me for a while. As much as I would love for this video to be a short one, and I'm going to try to make it as brief as I can, I'm not even going to pretend. My videos are always way longer than I'd like, so but like I said, there are a few things that I want to touch on. The first one, I just want to apologize because I missed posting a video last week. Unfortunately, that day, well, not the day of recording, I had a disturbing phone call from a relative, for lack of a better word, that kind of threw me off creatively. Like it just it zapped me of any creative mojo, and so I wasn't able to record as I had planned leading up to Thursday, and then it just set me back for the rest of the week. And with that, I would like, if you feel free to leave in the comments, what do you do when something kind of steals your creative joy? How do you get out of it or deal with it, or what do you do? I'm just curious, what do you do with that? Do you just, go on to something else, which is, I kind of did. I think I did some reorganizing and things like that, because I wanted to be in the craft room. At some point, I think I just decided to just go hang out with my dog for a while. And of course, pray about what was going on with this particular relative. But, sometimes, unless you're an angry artist, there needs to be joy, happiness. I want to say happiness because joy is something that you shouldn't lose. It's not based on circumstances. Happiness is something that can come and go depending on what's going on. And I feel like as a crafter, especially the kind of crafting that I do, you need a bright, happy inside. Your insides just need to, I don't know, I'm trying to say this in not so many words. It's hard to create when you are not feeling the cheeriness inside. You know what I mean? Wow. Well, there you go. Long video, like I said. So I wanted to just apologize and explain, because I have made a commitment to uploading videos at this point on Thursdays. I mean, I would like to add in more days in the future, but I am determined to do, Thursdays. So, which brings me up to the next thing that I wanted to talk to you about, and I've been wanting to talk to you about or share with you for the past couple of weeks. I watched a couple of videos. The first one I watched was ORM Crafty Designs, and that YouTuber's name is Liv. And then I watched a video that she recommended, which was Midge's Mountain Crafts, and they were both sharing what their 10 crafty goals for 2020 were, and kind of challenged the viewers you know, to come up with a list of their own. And I thought, what a good idea, because it's a small enough, doable enough list, and it gives me, I needed focus, and that's my, which is interesting. I've never chosen a word for the year for myself. This year's the first time I've ever done it, and my word is focus, and I have to keep keep going back to that word, because I have found that a lot of times I'm all over the place, creatively and in other areas of my life. And so, and even when I make these videos for you, I have to be careful, that I don't go off point. So that's my word for the year. But anyway, so I wanted to, as I share these 10 crafty goals, I'm going to try to do 2 things at once. We're supposed to be able to do that, right, ladies? Read off my list and explain things while I am showing you or giving you a tip on something that I figured out this week or last week. I think I thought about it last week, and then I actually implemented it this week because I needed to make some birthday cards for people in my community group. And and I will show you pictures of the finished card. I'm going to try to finish this, but sometimes things go wrong. So we'll see what happens with that. One of my goals, and it's at the very top of my list, which I'm sure a lot of us can relate to, it is to use what I have. So, that means, I have things that, as a lot of us do, we buy, our supplies and our machines with intentions of using those things, of course. So we don't just buy them so they can collect dust. And so I'm trying to focus on making sure, I take something that's kind of either been forgotten or I just haven't used for a while, and just make sure I implement those things in my crafting. And of course, cut back on buying supplies that aren't necessary. There are some things that we have to continually buy, like, adhesives, because we go through that, or maybe paper, but at this point, I don't need paper. I have more paper than I can use by myself in a lifetime. So that is one thing, and I actually have some projects in the future that I will be uploading, Lord willing, of using things that I haven't used for years, or maybe I used it once and that was it, or never used it. For example, my e-brush. How many of you have an e-brush sitting around somewhere? It's actually a lot of fun. So, but today what I'm doing, or what I want to share with you, and in case you're wondering, this is just a notebook I put together for myself the other day. Yesterday. This is actually Thursday, and I've been trying not to record and edit and upload on a Thursday. I've actually been breaking things down for over the week, but things didn't happen this week. So when you're watching this, it is all happening on the same day. So I did this on Wednesday for this video. I put together this notebook because I have all these. This is all my Anna Griffin dies, unless there's some hiding somewhere. This is all I have, and it's actually very, I've ordered these very recently, and where they were just wasn't working for me, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to make myself a notebook and put all my dies in there, so they're easier for me to thumb through instead of stacking them, which is a pain. So I took, this is a 1.5 inch notebook, the clear view ones. Shbella. I'm recording. And then I took some Anna Griffin paper and just slid it, cut it down to the size I needed, and slid it in the pocket, and then the sides and the back. And I had to cut this one a little short because this is holding the plastic down. So, and that's just a strip of washi tape. Trying to cover that up, but it's not a big deal. So anyway, I was trying to make it cute. So all my dies are in here. So today's project is, let me get to it. Oh yeah, and then, yeah. I wish all of my dies were in packs like this. I love when I get Anna Griffin things in these little, excuse me, these folders. The things they're just in there tighter. It has the magnet and the stamp and all that. But I used page protectors for my dies, and these embossing envelopes. Sigh. It would be nice to get through a video once without making mistakes, but that doesn't seem possible. I may or may not leave everything in this video. We'll see how long it is in the end. Folders, embossing folders. But I made some birthday cards. Or I made one, and then I'm going to finish this one with you using the Gatefold jacket die, which is, oh no, I didn't use this one. I take that back. I am using this one today, and I made a card which I will put in the video somewhere, a picture of the card that I finished making. So here's the thing. We make these gorgeous cards, and a lot of times it's like, well, where are we supposed to write on the card, right? And I hope to do this technique with some other different style cards. It's just something that's been on my mind for a while, because it's kind of frustrating. You don't want to mess up your beautiful card with, I mean, if you got, especially if you have chicken scratch like me, and I don't want my writing showing up in, you know, an open window, or, you know, like something like this where you can see through. I don't want my writing to be shown, but I want all those beautiful layers and everything to be there, right? So how do you solve that? Like, if I just made this card the way it's designed to be made, yeah, I could write on the back, but I don't want to do that either. I want the card to just stay nice and pretty. So what I came up with is you simply make a card inside a card. And I don't know about you, but I have enough paper that it's not going to hurt me to make an extra card, right? So I just, you know, this is I determined the size of this finished card, and then so what size paper would I need to go in that, and trimmed off 1/4 of an inch. So this ended up being the original, I want to say it was 9 by 6 3/4. I have notes somewhere. Oh no, that has ink on it. So anyway, so I cut this piece out from, you know, a sheet of Anna Griffin cardstock that I have and have had for a long time. So I am using some old product, and just scored it in half. And it fits in there. I have a bit of a border around there like that. And then I can put all the pretties or whatever I want on the front, just like, you know, the sample pictures on her little flyer thing, whatever comes with your dies. And, you know, when people go to sign, or I go to sign, I can also stamp sentiment in here. I can layer up some more, you know, decorate this really nice, and make sure I have a white sheet of paper or whatever to write on the inside. But there's that, and then this is his, and this is what you see, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put that together really quick, and, well, I hope. And I think I'm just going to, no, I need some dimensionals. I can't help myself. So another goal I have, which I kind of touched on a little while ago, is to be more consistent in uploading videos. I've been at this for, I don't know, 11 or 12 years or so. I have to go back and look, because YouTube does tell you when you start it. But I've been at it for a while. But a lot of times, like when I first started, I tried to post videos every day. And then eventually, just because of things like school and life in general, or not having, you know, losing my crafty mojo, I didn't have things to share with you guys. Or, you know, videos, or I'd make videos, I didn't like the videos, and they wouldn't get uploaded. So I would go missing in action a lot. And so one of my goals this year, like I said, is to be consistent in uploading. And so I gave myself a day. I figured Thursday was a good day because I have things going on Wednesday. So Monday and Tuesday, well, Monday is supposed to be my recording day, and then Tuesday and Wednesday, parts of Wednesday, are my editing days. And then if I need to do any final touches, you know, Thursday before I upload. That's the plan. And like I said, that didn't happen last week. Or this week, actually. The first few weeks I tried it, it worked great. And hopefully you enjoyed those videos if you've watched them. Let me get some dimensionals real quick. Where was I? Okay, so trying to be more consistent with uploading videos. And by giving myself a day and committing to it, saying that I will do it instead of just saying I'll try. It's almost like what Yoda says on Star Wars. There is no try, there's just do, right? And I had this conversation with a really dear friend of mine, and it actually, the timing of it was perfect, because it was like, yeah, you know, I need to just say I'm going to do this on this day, because then when we do that, things are more likely to get done. Now sometimes obviously life can throw us for a curveball and we can't, but I feel like when I just say, well, I'm going to try to do something, like I'm going to try to make it to your thing, or maybe I'll, like, you know, that uncommitted type thing. A lot of times it doesn't happen. In fact, more times than not, it doesn't happen. So by saying I'm going to, I will, you know, I was able to get out the videos that I did, because I was committed to that. And then here I am today, you know, even though I missed last week, I'm here today, you know, trying to spitting out a video for you, which hopefully I will not hate. Obviously, if you're listening to this, I thought it was decent enough to put on YouTube. So anyway, so there's another goal. And then another one I have some classes. I don't know how many of you know about Crafty, which is now Blueprint, I believe it's called. But there's a lot of online classes you can purchase, and I found out about it through Michael. Some of you might have gotten emails, and so anyway, I've got like mixed media classes, a couple of photography classes, cake decorating, all that kind of stuff. And so one of my goals was to finish my two. Sorry about that, Bella. Shh. Enough, Bella. No bark. Good. No. Good girl. I know she hears the trash man or something outside, and I don't know if I'm gonna edit her out or not. So what was I saying? Look, you made me lose my thought, which doesn't take much. Oh, so I have a goal to finish those two classes, because I'm trying to improve my photography, which I seem to have the most growth in that. Actually, when my youngest son comes out and we go photo shooting, because he's just wonderful. And then another one is to learn to do more mixed media. When I wrote this, I hadn't started dabbling into paint pouring, but now that's kind of like, oh my gosh, I love it. So I gotta find room for it, because it's a little messy. But anyway, so I think I'm gonna just kind of throw that in there too. And then learn calligraphy and or brush lettering. I want to commit to that. I have the supplies for it, have had the supplies for years. So I want to do that. And if I put it on the list as a commitment, it's going to happen. you know, just the practicing part of it, because it's easy for me to get discouraged with stuff like that. It's not that I haven't tried. It's just, like I said, my writing is atrocious. I think I'm going to use that. And so I get discouraged, but I can't do that, right? I'm not going to grow and learn if I just quit because, you know, or put it off forever. Okay, that's a little too big. Never mind. That might go on the front. I might put that on the front. That doesn't work. Okay. Let me think here. What do I want? What do you guys think? Anyway. So there's that. Another goal I have, and I'm so far behind on it. I started and then I've just been distracted. That's not enough contrast. I don't know. I think I'm going to use it. It kind of fits there, I guess. I'm going to use it. I found out about an app, and oh my god, it's called Color My World, I believe. And oh, dang it. I didn't write down the YouTuber that I found out about that. She's one of the, like, you know, influencers in our community. And I can't think of her name, and I didn't write it down. I am so sorry. But it's an awesome app where you can catalog all of your crafty supplies. And so that's one of my goals, is to catalog my stamps and dies and punches and inks and markers, so that it's easier for me to, you know, find a certain color. Like when you catalog and you get all these keywords, you can go in and say, like, I want to find everything I own in my craft room that say is pink, or I want to find whatever has the words happy birthday or thank you or whatever, stuff like that. And so my goal is to finish doing that, especially my stamps. Oh my gosh, I have way too many stamps. It's insane. So let me keep working here. I'm supposed to be doing two things at once, right? And and then another goal I have, and I hope to have way more videos up for you. It is to return to my first paper crafting love. And that is my, did I say that? That is my die cutting machines, my electronic die cutting machines. You know, my silhouettes and Cricut. Cricut started it all with my very first Cricut Expression, which actually is kind of, even though it's a lot simpler than these fancier ones we have today, I kind of missed that one. Maybe because it was my first one. I don't know. I passed it on to someone else because I had the Cricut Expression 2, or I have the Cricut Expression 2. And later on went on to buy, you know, other machines because they do have more technology to them. I would recommend, if you have one of the Cricuts that use cartridges, even if you want to get a new one, or you get a new one, because I know a lot of people in the, I'm sorry, this is off topic, but people get those and I hear, well, I'm going to sell mine. Here's the thing. If for whatever reason the website crashes, or your own internet crashes or stuff, when you have the ones that take the cartridges, you can still craft. Whereas the ones that are totally dependent on the cloud, you can't. So that's just what I think. I mean, obviously people can do what they want. The only one of my machines I've gotten rid of is I passed it on to a young lady of a friend of mine who, she was into scrapbooking. Very sweet young girl. She was into scrapbooking. I think she was probably around 15 when I met her. And she had one of the smaller original Cricuts. I'm not sure if she had the Create or the Personal one, but she had a small one. And by then I had the Expression 2 and the first Explorer that came out. And so I passed it on to her. Other than that, I keep my machines. And when my daughter, it actually paid off. Every now and then you have a large project. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be crafting too. crafting and talking. Every now and then you have a large project, which I did. I was doing my daughter's wedding invitations and some other things, and one day doing the invitations I had all 3 of my Cricuts going, so it was nice. They were each hooked up to, you know, 2 of them were on computers and the other one was hooked up to the iPad, my iPad. And I don't know, guys. What do you think? That's not what, it looks alright. It looks alright, right? Okay, I'm going to just do it because I'll be here overthinking it. It's another one of my problems. Why it takes me so long to craft is I overthink it instead of just going for it. I'm trying to learn how to do more, not so much mindless crafting as the wonderful, oh my gosh, I can't think of her name, but her channel was Gift Basket Appeals, and now it's mindless crafting, and that's her thing. And I think her point is just we need to just go for it, because I know me, I can overthink it a lot of times. So it's good advice and encouraging, and she's very, oh, her and her husband, they're hilarious and very encouraging. So yeah, I'm trying to learn how to craft more, like bring back the joy of crafting, because I was kind of starting to lose it for a moment there, by sometimes allowing myself to just create without expectations, and that is so freeing. And when I mean like expectations of the outcome, the results, and it's really freeing. I've actually ended up enjoying some of those projects more than, you know, the other ones that I've thought so hard through and then only to have them go wrong. Hopefully this one won't go wrong with this adhesive. I am not, oh my gosh, me and adhesive, we have a love-hate relationship. I'm trying to get into these little intricate parts with this little tool here. I bought, I don't know, hundreds, thousands of these from Amazon. So, because the last thing I want is for this adhesive to get on the inside of the card and then start sticking. You know what? I see something that's not poked out. Uh-oh. Let me get that. I'm afraid to know how long this video is, so I hope you got yourself something, a drink or snack or something, and you're just listening and relaxing, or have me in the background. Sometimes I have some of you, if you have a channel with crafty videos, I might have you on in the craft room with me while I create. And sometimes I can't take my eyes off of you, so I have to not have crafty videos. It just depends on what I'm doing and how focused I need to be. It is hard to watch a craft video, like, or should I say listen to one, when you want to see what did he or she just do? I want to do that. So I know this seems like it's taking forever. I'm being super careful because I don't want to botch it while you're watching. Now I know I can just edit that out, right? I could do that, but I'm trying to just, about to miss a spot right there. I don't really want to have to do that. I just want you to be able to just, you know, just see me for as I am, just as I am. Okay, so let me put that on there like that, very carefully. Trying not to get any on my fingers, because that's when things really go awry, especially on this, when you have anything shiny. I am constantly messing up my foiled cardstock and papers because I get adhesive on my fingers, but I still have to, like, you know, get everything to stay together, which means a little pressure sometimes. Okay, so there's that. Yay, I haven't messed up the card yet. And so then in the end, what I will do is put a little, little Velcro piece here and on the card itself. And that's not, yeah, kind of line it up. So I'll have a piece of Velcro here and here, and to keep it closed. So yeah, I'm sorry, I got so far off track, I stopped telling you what my 10 crafty goals were. So let me finish going through that. So we got use what I have, upload content on a consistent schedule, do the lessons in my 2 photography online classes, learn calligraphy and brush lettering, catalog my stamps, dies, punches, inks, and markers. I think I need to give myself some type of timeline for that because we're into February now and it's not happening. I haven't worked on it since around November of last year, a couple of months ago. And then let's see, and return to my first paper crafting love, which are my electronic die cutting machines. So I hope to be bringing you more projects from that, including a very old one. Well, I'm very old. Let's just say it's one that Provo Craft gave up on way too soon for me. I don't know if they lost the contract or whatever it was. I was so excited when this thing came out, and she is a monster as far as size and weight. But you know what? She still works, and somebody might be getting these older legacy machines from a garage sale or somewhere, and nobody's putting out videos anymore for them, and that's my imagine. So yeah, so yeah, her too, she's in there in that die cutting machines that I want to start bringing you more projects from. Send out more cards, especially birthday cards. Before the year started, I wrote out a list of, my closest family and friends according to their month in the order of their birthdays. And I'm supposed to be working on a birthday Rolodex. I have finally tracked down a Teresa Collins Rolodex, memory dex, I mean. And so the plan is to put everybody in that memory dex according to their birthdays, and then all of their contact information is right there. I don't have to track it down, addresses and all that kind of stuff. And so far I have failed in that, as far as I missed all the January birthdays. I will be mailing out some February ones, at least the ones I have addresses for. A lot of people haven't given me that information. But I did get some out for my community group, and that's a lot smaller group. And we just started, me being in charge of that. At the end of January, we talked about it, and so the first Wednesday, which is when our group gets together, is when we'll be celebrating birthdays. So I was able to kind of at least start, right? So we had 2 Februarys and then 1 January, because we weren't doing it when his birthday came around. So kind of, it's like it's starting. I'm starting. So we'll see how successful I am with that, in a few months. So, and with that comes the next one, which is finishing my birthday memory decks. I need to get that going. And the very last one on my list is to do Facebook Live videos at least once a month to start with. I had my very first one last month, so I'm kind of on track. And so if you're interested, I would love for you to come over there. I made some of the projects I do, some of the videos, live videos, may or may not end up on YouTube. I don't yeah, I didn't upload my first one. And I don't know if I'm going to upload them at all. So there'll be like more content over there, and just, you know, an opportunity to interact with you, you know, instant interaction. That's what, you know, Facebook Live can give us. Whereas YouTube, unless I do a live over here, and I'm just not ready for that. Lives are scary. The interaction is there. It's just not as immediate. So I hope you will hop over there. Look for LMD Creations on Facebook. I think it's LMD Creations 0 or .02 or something like that. But if you put in LMD Creations, I will pop up. There's a picture of me, and you can just shoot on over there. And let's see what else. Oh, I didn't tell you when. So the third Friday of each month is when I will do the Facebook Lives. It's going to be 7 or 8 p.m. Central Time. I did it 8 p.m. for my first one, but I'm thinking about moving it up to 7. So, yeah. Anyway, I think that's it. I told you all 10 of my crafty goals. Again, if you're new to the channel, please click the subscribe button and the notification bell. I hear that you have to also, you know, whether or not you get notified of my, when I upload new content will depend on what you click in the drop down button that comes as soon as you click the notification bell. So I hope if, you know, you will stick around and do that. And let's see what else. I told you that I will be doing Facebook, and I will remind you as we get closer to the next live, Facebook Live. Oh, yes, and if you could also just let me know you dropped by, or leave a comment to one, how do you, when you lose your crafty joy, what do you do to either, you know, get it back, or maybe you need to step away for a while and do something else. Go on a hike. My things might be like, sometimes I love being outdoors. I love nature, and sometimes I just need to get outside of the 4 walls. So I might do something like, you know, go on a walk or hike, or just do something that's well, let's be honest. I'm constantly organizing and cleaning the craft room, which is a way for me to kind of try to stay, not try, because sometimes, I don't know about you, sometimes I want to be in a craft room because I want to create, but there's just nothing there. So being just at least doing something in a craft room, you know, it helps me. So what do you do? Let's see, other things that I do when I have no clue. Of course, the usual, look up ideas on Pinterest, watch videos. I watch a lot of crafty videos. I have crafty magazines and books that I might browse through just to get some inspiration. But even then, if you know, if I have a day like I did last Wednesday, that one was a tough one. And I know some of you, I'm sure, have days like that. So, but there's ways for us to get beyond that and get back to our crafting. So if you don't mind sharing that in the comments below, I would love to see what you have to say. Also, do you have any crafty goals for 2020? I would also like to see you write that in the comments below. Let me know what they are. If you do a video about, if you have a channel and you do a video about it, I would love for you to let me know so I can go check out your video. And so now I'm sure this video is super long, but I hope you have enjoyed your time with me, that you enjoyed this project. Remember, you know, with this, we could do this with other styles of cards too. This is just the first one that I tried this idea on. I'm going to try it with some other cards that you know, are challenging like that, like the box cards and the easel cards. I'm sorry, I had a brain freeze. The easel cards, I'm just coming up with ways that you can have writing space without taking away from the overall look and beauty of your creation. So I hope you will stay tuned for that and for the many other things I have in mind to share with you. I want to thank you all for watching, and as always, I look forward to being with you again. Have a great day.